1. What are seasonal diseases? Seasonal diseases are illnesses that tend to increase during certain times of the year. These are often influenced by changes in temperature, humidity, air quality, and other environmental factors. Such shifts create favorable conditions for bacteria, viruses, fungi, and other pathogens to thrive, thereby increasing the risk of infection. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, seasonal diseases are among the leading causes of public health problems globally. WHO reports that seasonal flu alone causes 3 to 5 million severe illness cases and between 290,000 and 650,000 deaths worldwide annually. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) notes that pneumonia and bronchitis cases surge during winter, while viral infectious diseases like dengue fever spike in summer in tropical regions. Seasonal illnesses not only impact personal health, but also place a burden on healthcare systems and the economy. For instance, in winter, respiratory infections increase hospitalization rates, straining hospitals and health services. In summer, digestive disorders and food poisoning become more common, increasing treatment costs and reducing work productivity. Recognizing climate changes and common seasonal illnesses helps individuals proactively protect their health more effectively. In the next sections, we will explore common seasonal diseases and how to scientifically manage them. 2. Common seasonal diseases. Early detection of seasonal diseases. Identifying symptoms early reduces complications and allows for proper treatment. Here are general signs to watch for. Specific symptoms. Each disease has distinct signs. For example, sudden high fever for dengue, persistent cough for pneumonia, sneezing, runny nose for allergic rhinitis. Timing. Some illnesses are more common at certain times of year, for example, flu in winter, dengue in summer. Exposure history. Close contact with infected individuals or living in outbreak zones increases risk. Medical tests. Blood tests dengue, PCR tests flu, COVID-19, chest x-rays pneumonia a diagnosis. Self-monitoring. Seek medical help if symptoms persist beyond 3 to 5 days or worsen. Spring allergies, respiratory diseases, and chickenpox. Spring's rising temperatures, high humidity, and pollen in the air trigger respiratory and allergy-related conditions. 1. Allergic rhinitis hay fever. Caused by immune response to allergens like pollen, dust, pet dander, or weather changes, spring sees the highest pollen levels. Stats. AAAI reports 20 to 30% of the global population suffers from seasonal allergic rhinitis. Symptoms: sneezing, clear runny nose, nasal congestion, itchy, watery eyes, fatigue, concentration loss. Risks: poor sleep, worsened asthma, middle ear infections in children. Prevention: wear masks outdoors, use air purifiers, take antihistamines as advised. 2. Cold and flu. Common colds are caused by rhinoviruses. Flu by influenza B viruses. Spring weather changes keep flu viruses active. Stats: adults get 2 to 3 colds year. Children 6 to 8, WHO estimates 3 to 5 million severe flu cases annually. Cold symptoms: mild fever or none, runny nose, dry cough. Flu symptoms: high fever, body aches, fatigue, dry cough. Flu complications: pneumonia, ear infections, heart complications. Advice: annual flu vaccination, early antiviral treatment, for example, Tamiflu. 3. Chickenpox varicella. Caused by varicella zoster virus VZV, highly contagious. Mainly affects children but can affect adults. Stats: CDC reports for plus million U.S. cases annually pre-vaccine. Symptoms: mild fever, itchy rash, blisters starting on face and torso. Severe signs: high fever, widespread blisters, confusion, seizures. Risks: viral pneumonia, encephalitis, later shingles. Prevention: vaccination reduces risk by 95%. Avoid scratching to prevent infection. Summer: dengue, food poisoning, and HFMD. Hot, humid conditions promote growth of viruses and bacteria, especially those spread by mosquitoes or contaminated food. 1. Dengue fever, transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes. Severe in tropical areas, stats, WHO reports 390 million cases annually. CDC says incidence has increased 30x in 50 years. Symptoms: sudden high fever, headache, joint, muscle pain, red rash, unusual bleeding. Warning signs: low blood pressure, cold extremities, persistent vomiting. Risks: dengue shock syndrome, internal bleeding, liver, kidney failure. Note: avoid aspirin or ibuprofen, may worsen bleeding. Food poisoning caused by bacteria, for example, Salmonella, E. coli, viruses, or toxins in contaminated food, water. Stats: CDC, 600 million cases, year globally for 120,000 deaths. Symptoms: cramps, diarrhea, vomiting, fever, blood in stool. Risks: dehydration, kidney failure in children, elderly. Prevention: safe food handling, avoid street food in hot weather, store food under 5 degrees Celsius. 3. Hand, foot, and mouth disease HFMD. Caused by enteroviruses, for example, Coxsackie A16, EV71. Affects mostly kids under 5, stats, WHO warns of regional outbreaks in Southeast Asia. Symptoms: fever, painful mouth ulcers, blisters on hands, feet. Danger signs: high fever over 48 hours, seizures, breathing difficulty. Risks: encephalitis, myocarditis, respiratory failure. Prevention: frequent hand washing reduces risk by 50%. Fall, flu, asthma, and seasonal allergies. Cooler weather, dry air, and falling humidity aggravate respiratory and allergic diseases. 1. Flu influenza, stats, WHO, 1 billion infections, year. 3 to 5 million severe cases, symptoms, high fever, chills, body aches, dry cough, nasal congestion, fatigue. Risks: pneumonia, heart attacks, death in vulnerable groups. Prevention: annual flu shot cuts risk by 60%. 2. Asthma, chronic inflammation of airways. Worsens with cold, dust, pollen. Stats: WHO, 260 to million cases for 155,000 deaths annually. Symptoms: wheezing, tight chest, breathlessness, nighttime cough. Risks: severe asthma attacks, oxygen deprivation, heart complications. Advice: avoid cold exposure, wear masks, carry inhalers. 3. Seasonal allergies, triggered by pollen, dust, weather shifts. Stats: AAAAI, 20 to 30% of people affected globally. Symptoms: sneezing, itchy eyes, rashes, fatigue. Risks: chronic rhinitis, worsened asthma, poor quality of life. Tip: use antihistamines, limit outdoor exposure on high pollen days. Winter, cold, pneumonia, and joint pain. Cold air and indoor confinement during winter increase respiratory and joint problems. 1. Pneumonia and bronchitis, infections inflaming lungs or airways. Stats: WHO, pneumonia kills 740,000 kids under 5 yearly. Symptoms: high fever, cough with phlegm, shortness of breath, fatigue. Warning signs: cyanosis, blue lips, confusion, low BP. Risks: respiratory failure, sepsis, multiple organ failure. 2. Cold and flu, winter peaks due to indoor crowding and cold air. Cold, mild, no fever or low grade, runny nose, flu, high fever, fatigue, cough. Risks: pneumonia, heart inflammation, death in at-risk groups. 3. Joint pain and arthritis flare-ups. Cold causes stiff joints, poor blood flow. Stats: Arthritis Foundation, 50% report worse pain in winter. Risks: severe arthritis, disability. Prevention: stay warm, light exercise, vitamin D, calcium intake. 3. Why preventing seasonal diseases matters. 1. Disease outbreaks threaten public health. Rapid spread, especially for viral diseases flu, dengue, HFMD. Fact: Spanish flu 1918 killed 50 million people globally. 2. Serious complications can be deadly. Flu gives pneumonia, respiratory failure. Dengue gives shock, multi-organ failure. Asthma gives chronic lung disease, COPD. 3. High healthcare costs. WHO estimates $10 billion global seasonal disease treatment cost year. Pneumonia hospitalization can cost $10,000 per case. 4. Reduced quality of life, missed school, work days, productivity loss. Flu can reduce work output by 40%. 4. Season-by-season prevention tips, spring. Wear masks outside to reduce pollen exposure. Boost immunity with vitamin C, D, zinc, and antioxidant-rich foods. Get flu and chickenpox vaccines. For kids, keep them indoors during high pollen days. Teach proper hand washing. For seniors, monitor existing respiratory conditions like asthma. Summer, stay hydrated to 3 day. Avoid sugary drinks. Use mosquito repellents. Eliminate standing water. Eat fresh, clean food. Avoid food left out in heat. For kids, avoid outdoor play during peak mosquito hours. For chronic illness patients, avoid overheating and drink electrolytes to prevent dehydration. Fall, dress in layers. Keep neck and feet warm. Use humidifiers indoors. Get annual flu shots. For asthma patients, avoid triggers like mold and dry air. Use maintenance inhalers. For students, encourage hand hygiene at school to reduce virus transmission. Winter, dress warmly, cover ears, hands, feet. Avoid sudden temperature changes. Get flu and pneumonia vaccines. For elderly, keep indoor temperatures warm. Check for fall risks from joint pain. For all, maintain indoor air quality and stay physically active indoors. Protect your health year-round with knowledge and action. Health is the most valuable asset each of us has. Protecting it is not just a personal duty, it's a responsibility to our families and community. Seasonal diseases, though common, can be prevented and managed effectively with the right knowledge and proactive steps. As we've learned today, each season brings different health risks, from springtime allergies to summer dengue, fall asthma, and winter pneumonia. Without proper prevention, these illnesses can seriously affect your well-being, career, and life quality. So how do we stay healthy all year long? Maintain a healthy diet to strengthen immunity. Get vaccinated to protect against dangerous diseases. Practice good hygiene to avoid infections. Exercise regularly to keep your body fit. Keep your environment clean and reduce exposure to triggers. Remember, diseases like pneumonia, dengue, or asthma may seem minor at first, but without control, they can become life-threatening. Knowledge and timely action are the keys to avoiding preventable risks. Let's join hands to protect community health. Protecting your health not only benefits you, it helps reduce the burden on the healthcare system and keeps those around you safe. By preventing disease, you're also protecting your community. Start today. Build good habits to enjoy a healthier, safer, and more energetic life. One small lifestyle change can make a big difference for you and your loved ones. If this video was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more valuable health content. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.